Hello, everyone. Welcome to Merle's Pearls of Business Wisdom, where I, Merle M. Singer, the relationship miracle worker, talk about all things relationship and how they impact the workplace. Today, we're going to talk about, so I read an article about what 10 business leaders had to say was important for up-and-coming entrepreneurs and business people that are trying to climb up the corporate ladder. In either case, they had 10 pieces of advice. I'm going to start and discuss the first one. The first one is get a mentor. I thought that was interesting. Get a mentor. You know, I think, I don't know if it's still true, but I do know that when I went to school, everything was about doing it yourself. Everything was about, don't copy anybody's homework. Don't ask anybody else a question. Tests are all about you answering everything. And that's the opposite of getting a mentor or working on a project with other people. Because I think what happens is sometimes you may know everything. You may get all the hundreds at school. And yet, you don't necessarily get the better jobs. And why? Because you're used to doing everything yourself and not listening to other people. Just the opposite, just absolutely the opposite of what you need to do to be successful in the world. You can't know everything. And this is the magic, wonderful thing is you don't need to know everything. Don't worry about it. It's not that important that you know everything. What is important is that you know you don't know everything. And therefore, it is incumbent upon you to listen to what other people have to say. And the ultimate of that is having a mentor. So how do you get a mentor? Well, there's a lot of different ways. One way is in your, how do I say this? In your life, in your work life, where you are, where you're trying to grow, can you identify somebody that's not just ahead of you, and that's not just perhaps a boss, but the kind of boss, the kind of person that you admire, and that you feel a little nervous about, having a conversation with because they're really sharp and you're not. At least that's how you feel. Okay, so that's when you identify that person, think about and you can ask people about this, what that person needs or what that person would like or what you could somehow, some small way, have something to offer that person. And start there. The best way to get is to give. And especially when you just give, not that you wouldn't like to get back, but that you really just have pleasure from helping this person out. So if you think in those terms and start, and if you don't have anything that you feel that you have to offer, Um, think about ways that you can get close to that person, to talk to that person. And at that time, you can actually ask them, is there something that I can do for you? You also, at some point or other, every relationship is different, every situation is different, so I can't give you advice, do this. But these are the kinds of things that you ought to put on your list to note which one of them would work. You can ask. It's amazing. It's amazing how many people that have reached a higher level of success in terms of society that are willing to share, are willing to help. You just have to ask them. But asking them is scary, and it takes nerve. And a sense of adventure. I'm going into this new world of asking people who, oh my gosh, how can I even believe they would even listen to me? And that's a good thing. But if the person doesn't hear you, it doesn't help. Just the fact that you can reach out and go beyond your comfort level to get something that you want in a nice, gentle, appropriate way. That's awesome. Totally awesome. So that's one way to get a mentor. Another way to get a mentor is somebody you actually know. That makes it easier. But if, and some people will tell you, make a list of the 5 really people that you admire, and you can ask them or see among those people who could you do something for. And at some level you can start to get friendly with, certainly put yourself in the situation where you are near those people that you admire. By the way, that's why they have the engineers organization and the doctors organization and the financial planners organization, so that people have the opportunity to be around other people that have similar interests, and that some are more advanced than you, and they're asking other people, but when somebody asks them, they want to share their knowledge, and it's flattering to them. So if you give them nothing else, you give them the compliment of wanting their advice. You can also check around the internet and the people you talk to about courses that are available. They don't have to be college courses, online courses. They're all over the place. So do research about which ones interest you and seem to have had success with other people. And what I'm saying is, it's a kind of a class, so that you get the mentoring through kind of group mentoring, or you can pick out a particular person, maybe of the different courses you've taken, pick out somebody that you think would be a good mentor to you and ask for that. Sometimes, depending on the situation, they'll do it for nothing. Sometimes they have a charge. It's just like you can ask your friend for advice. You can go to a psychiatrist or psychologist. You pay for that. And it's not that one is better than the other. They're different, and depending on your needs. So think about all the different ways that you can find that mentor. By the way, watch videos. Search YouTube for your topic and watch all the videos. Whatever books are recommended, read the books. Read the conclusions. Read the summary. But reading, researching. That's it. You research for a mentor, and sometimes you get your mentoring through reading, through YouTube. So when you broaden your view of what you consider a mentor, you got a better shot at it. And you could watch a couple of YouTubes by a person and be enchanted by them. So you can email them and say, you're awesome. I really like when you said this, that, and the other thing. And you could just you may start a conversation. You don't know. So do all of those various different things. And then then what you're learning isn't just to get a mentor. What you're learning is how to talk to people that you don't know, how to engage with other people that have that know more than you. It's easy to talk. It's easy to be. It's not for everybody easy to be the teacher, but it's easy to be the one that knows everything, because it feels good to know everything. But when you're the one, when everybody else knows everything and you're the novice, but everybody want to play the piano. You start out with scales. You start out not doing well. You want to be a baseball player. You don't make the team the first time. Everything takes the courage to be bad at something. If you can be bad at something, then you can get better. But if you can't be bad at it, then you can never do it enough to get any better. And so that's my mentoring advice on the way. So get a mentor any way you can, any way you want, any way that fits for where you are. And you may just do all YouTubing and later hire somebody as a mentor, or encounter somebody that offers to, or you request their advice. That, by the way, is the magic of living. You don't know exactly how the story's going to end, but and not even for every little chapter of your life, but doing it and watching it unfold in the same way, give it the same energy you do for a movie. It's really awesome. And so that's my word for the day, is get a mentor, but broaden your idea of what you call a mentor. And by the way, mentors will change as you grow and have different needs. Isn't that, it's really fun. It's not a matter of, well, I went to school, I know everything. It's, I'm alive, I'm always learning. That's a cool approach. If you give that approach, then you will move forward more faster. Have a great day. This is, thank you for listening. This is Merle's Pearls of Business Wisdom podcast. And I am Merle M. Singer, the Relationship Miracle Worker. You can find, by the way, you'll find this episode and all past episodes. Obviously, you can't have the ones yet that I haven't done. All past episodes at my website, relationshipmiracleworker.com, and then you just do /podcast. You could also do /discovery session if you wanted to make an appointment with me. But it is a podcast, and so it's available on Apple Podcasts. It's available on Amazon Music and all your other favorite podcast platforms. So tune in again. Have a great, fabulous day. If you have any questions, just write me. Just yes to relationshipmiracleworker.com. Just put it on there. Have a great, fabulous, awesome day. Take care.